Hello, welcome back to the channel and another edition of
The English Couple.
And today, well, Julia, we have an array of bits and pieces on here. No tea, I notice.
No teacups, no tea saucers, no teapot.
In one of my recent episodes of Made in England, I was talking about these jars. These are coffee jars, but they're like those Kilner jars that you they're airtight and you can put things in. And,
excellent for storage jars.
And I have got behind me nuts and beans, pulses and various things, lentils, all those sort of things that I keep in them. But I keep drinking the coffee and I keep getting more of the things. So people have suggested you could use them as candle holders.
Yeah.
So now this is your domain because you're a woman. You do candly things and pretty things. And I've lit a few candles just to give the place a bit of atmosphere. But you can buy these wax candles, can't you? These things. I could pick that up without.
Yes, that's a particularly good, particularly lovely smelling one. Mood booster, nurture, nature, orange and bergamot candle. I don't know how you pronounce that.
So they're the smelly ones. But
it does smell lovely.
We're not going to fill a great big thing like this with wax because that must be quite expensive.
I mean, we could do because there are kits you can get, beaded wax and things. Or alternatively, you could get all the stubs of all your old candles, melt them down. So you'd have to break them up, remove the.
Oh right.
Break them down, melt them down in an old pan on the stove.
Yeah.
And then pour them in. You could even layer it up with colours or whatever you've got.
So
with a wick in between, but. That takes a long time and a lot of effort that we don't have time for.
In this modern day and age, it's nice to do something yourself and it's nice to do something relatively quickly. We have in this country at this time in 2022, as we record this, the threat of power cuts coming because apparently there's not enough electricity in the pipe or enough gas in the wires. So... somebody's got their things crossed somewhere.
There. It'll be all right.
It will. So we thought we would explore that whole concept with these jars and these ordinary sort of, cheap, cheerful candlesticks.
Holders.
Yeah.
Candlestick candles.
Yeah, the sort of long ones. And I've got a packet here of...
Stick candles is probably what you might call them.
Is that what you call them?
Probably.
Yeah.
Got a nice box of them.
So I've got a nice box of them here. So we're going to... Now, Julia came up with this concept of getting some oranges and shoving it in.
But not just as an orange, because that would be a bit weird.
Well, I did think, when you first said it, I thought you were just going to cut a hole in the orange and stick that in.
Well, isn't that a Chris Tingle type thing? Don't ask me what Chris Tingle is.
Who's Chris Tingle?
It's a Christian thing.
Oh, right, okay.
No, that does ring bells. Ha ding dong, Christmas.
Ding, yeah. Everyone a gemmy, But
yeah, they decorate it. I can't remember how and what with, but that is something that could be done.
But Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. We thought we would get in on the act. And so what we have done
is sliced the
oranges. Because you said, before we show them what we've done there, you said that sticking the oranges on the inside would decorate the pot.
Yes, and also with the warmth of the flame as it goes down into the jar, it will
catch
make
fire.
a nice... No, it shouldn't do, because although they're dried, they're still moist.
Yes, well, even if they did catch fire, I suppose they're contained within the glass, aren't they? And as long as there's not a massive... And we've doused them all in petrol, so it should be absolutely safe.
Anyway,
it's
for the aroma and as well as the aesthetic.
So that's the idea, and then you're going to decorate it maybe on the outside because you presumably could put ribbons around it and holly and what have you got there?
We've actually got rosemary here.
Some rosemary.
Because it smells nice and looks pretty.
And it does smell nice. So what have we done to the orange? Let's show you.
Well, I killed my orange.
You peeled it?
I killed it.
Oh, you killed it? Was it alive?
Carbon. Well, it might have been. Anyway, that's debatable.
So there they are. I don't know if you can see that. Ooh, I'm getting burnt from the candle.
I sliced my orange, and Jojo, the youngest, stole most of them. And then, because I've got a fan-assisted oven...
So you haven't really explained what's going on. So
no, I haven't.
So we wanted to dry them.
Yes.
So we sliced the orange, and then in order to dry them relatively quickly, we put them in the oven.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. So then what happened with yours, because I did some and you did some. I've got my Essie, of course, and you've got a fan-assisted oven, which is nice and quick, one would think.
Yes.
But what happened?
I wasn't, because I had both the kids being quite needy at the time, and I didn't really look at the recipe very
The
well.
recipe? I thought we just put them in the oven. So what happened if
So
they got burnt?
basically, you followed instinct, didn't you? And I
I just put
was
them in
kind
the
of
oven.
following
You
a bit
said
of
they've got to
instruction.
be dried.
Yes.
But what
and
if-
mine, because I couldn't watch them.
But
mine
yours are
burnt.
sticky as well.
Yes, I did put a little bit of sugar on them
Ah,
in the hope that it would crisp them up.
yes. I think that's probably what burnt them then.
I don't know.
Because the sugar glazes, you know, like
I think
honey
it's 'cause I-
glazes a gammon. We spoke about that the last time with the book. Mm-hmm. Doesn't the sugar melt and then it's going to darken up and burn?
Well, there is that, but
It's my
Anyway.
theory. If I'm wrong, let me know. So yours burnt,
I think it's just that I had it on too high.
right?
If I'd had it on a lot lower,
Yes,
for a
over a longer
longer
time,
time,
it
it
would have
would've been
just
all
dried.
right, yeah.
So mine, on the other hand, didn't burn,
no, and it looks really good, and I'm really gutted.
and you're
I'm
really
not gutted. I'm just
No,
like,
jealous.
yes.
Yes, that's because I've got an Essie, a wood-burning stove in the old-fashioned
That's
way.
right. It was Essie. She helped you.
She
yeah.
helped me. I had all the
Yeah.
help of the Essie.
That's why.
So I'm not getting at you, my dear.
I'm looking at you, Essie.
At all.
Betrayed
You
me.
leave her alone. She is my
I thought
first.
she was my friend.
She is my first love.
And last.
And wait.
What?
So we're having a bit of a domestic argument here, but that's okay. Watch and learn. So I am actually now going to learn because you're going to show me how we decorate these. Now, I should say these come in 2 different sizes, which is very good. There's a small pot and whatever, and presumably jam pots. You can use any
you can
kind
use
of
any
pot.
kind of jar, really.
But these jars have the added benefit that the lids, look at this. You have this bit, and I love this noise. Isn't that
Do
satisfying?
it again.
That is very satisfying.
But
But, go on.
you can pop these out.
And they're the plastic bits that seal the air.
Yeah.
And so with the lids, I was looking at them thinking, oh, I suppose I'll throw those away.
But that's a useful bit of glass still, isn't it?
Yeah, because you could put tea lights in. Those
Mm.
little flat candle things with about 2... They last forever, don't they?
Yeah. You can decorate them in all sorts of ways. I would like to, if there's enough left, to have one to do some of my coloured clay millefiori. It was the 1,000 flowers, million flowers is what it's called. It's a technique with the coloured clay to cover and decorate things like this. But you could also use glass paint.
Oh yeah, what would you? I would like to make these into. If I had 2 of these, I'd make them into a new pair of goggles. They'd be very attractive.
But yes, you're right. They'd make very lovely little tea
But I just thought little lights in there, as we're talking about candles,
tea lights. Yeah.
tea lights in there, which would be quite nice, and you can roast your tea on it. Anyway, so we've got a big pot, a small pot. Which pot are we going to do? This is a bit like
Should
the
we do a big
old-fashioned
pot?
Blue Peter, isn't it?
Big pot, little box, cardboard box.
Which one did you want to do?
Let's go big
Big
one.
pot, because we can get our hands in there. And is that dry? Yeah, that one. Actually, that one might be dry. I'll try that one. Because I just put the lid on this and I noticed a whole load of water went into it.
Ah.
So I'll move these out of the way. So what are we going to do? What's the plan, Stan?
Well, have we got one of those really clever little hot glue guns?
Oh, we do have one of those.
Because we might want one of those.
I've actually got... Now, this is a lovely hot little glue gun that was donated to the channel by Welshman Jason Patrick about a couple of months ago. And he actually said to me, you need to do something in the house in which you use the glue gun. And I thought, oh gosh, I have no idea what I should do. And here is the very job. It's a dinky little thing. I
cute.
don't know who made it. A man in an overall, I think. And it's very good. It was supposed to come with a stand,
I was going
but
to
there
say,
is no
it's
stand.
missing a stand. It should pop in there.
Yeah, but there isn't a stand. So these glass jars also make a very good stand. Look at that. And if you don't understand,
Then
then I should have got a longer lead. But anyway, don't worry about that. This is cack-handed television. Excuse me. So, what are we going to do with the glue gun whilst that heats up?
well, we're going to stick these on the inside of the
Right.
jar like that. Is the idea. Whether it's going to work or not is a whole other matter.
This is
That's the fun, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm enjoying it because you're doing the glue. How are you going to get the glue gun in
I'm not.
there?
I'm going to. It's going to have to move quickly.
Oh, right. Will you burn your fingers?
I've done it before.
Oh, excellent.
Done it before.
What, burnt your fingers?
Yeah. Well, not.
And then how do you get the candle? Do you glue the candle in there? as well with the glue gun, or do you use
No,
its
no,
own
you
wax?
just use the wax from the candle.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so you could use the wax from the candle to glue that.
You could, but that's not going to be quite as effective.
Right. Okay. I'm not really a glue gun aficionado.
He's fishing.
Yeah. No, I don't know how.
Ardo?
This is supposed to. I did preheat this before the show started, so how do we know? Oh yeah. Oh, there's glue coming out. There we are.
Right, so
Is it glucose?
put a little bit. Put some there.
This is very.
Some there.
Sorry, we haven't got any close-ups.
You hold
on.
that.
What? Yeah.
Please.
Oh, it's all coming out. Do you want another one? I'll get this one. This is a nice one.
Yeah.
How long do you have to keep it there?
Just about. Oh, look, that was falling over already.
Look, there's a great wodge on that one.
Okay.
If you're a glue gun master and would like to give us techniques, send a letter on a postcard with words, and we'll read it at our earliest convenience.
Right. Okay. Let's pick that failure off.
Oh, did that one glue? The one I did?
Yep. Well, the one you put glue on, yes, because.
You didn't put glue on yours?
What?
What?
No, I did put glue on mine. It's just I was doing it all, wasn't I?
Oh, yes.
I had to glue it, put the thing down,
yes,
and then get it in.
that's
So
true.
the glue had partially.
Would you like me to use that wonderful skill
Go on,
I've
then.
just learnt one more time? Anywhere? Here?
Yep, about centimetres worth. That should do it. Let's get it in.
I love these extra bit of strings.
I can't find it now. Where's it gone? On my finger.
On my finger. Don't glue your finger to it. So
Too late. No,
too
it's
late.
right. That was all poking out now, though.
So the idea is what? We put 4 in there. It's not going to work, is it?
It will.
It will work with persistence and maybe some araldite. It doesn't have to be that kind of glue. You could use other glues. It's
Could
just
use other
that.
glues,
Is
yeah.
that? What's the advantage of that kind of glue? I don't think you're using enough, to be honest with
Well,
you.
I don't think there's enough in there.
Well, it's a long stick.
Yes, but it's got to be longer so that the machine can grip it and push it through.
Oh. Mhm. Well, it can still grip it here. Anyway, we'll. How's that going?
That's kind of worked.
Yeah. Should we do one more? Or do a smaller one to get on the other side. I think you do that, don't you? Well, Jason Patrick assured me this was the.
Well, we need
best.
to get some more glue sticks.
I've got more glue sticks.
Oh, have you?
Yes.
That-
Oh, there we go. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just pushing it in with my
There
hand.
we go. That'll do.
Okay. Well, when you get... Oh, I see. And then the next stick would push it on.
Yes.
Ah, well, there's another stick here. There's a packet of them.
Much like those lead pencils. You know, the non-wooden ones.
Yes. What are they called? They're the click
yeah,
pencils. Yeah. Oh, I've got you. I didn't realise this is... I mean, it's a little tiddly glue gun.
Yes.
Do we want one more in there?
Yes.
Big one? Small one? That one?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yeah, we are.
We're getting the hang of it. We've never done this before, ladies and gentlemen, and we won't be doing it again, I can tell you. No, we will. This is quite fun. So Christmas is coming, and this is the sort of thing that is quite fun, a few homemade things, and it's the kind of thing kids would enjoy doing. So if you've got children, I can imagine they would love, the construction of these things. Presumably you could suspend this from the ceiling, could you, with a bit of wire, obviously not string,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it'll burn
around
through
that
the string.
bit. I'd be tempted to have an extra one going down the bottom to make sure, because that is a very thin lip there.
That is a thin lip, yes.
But it's doable.
But,
Or if you have a clever friend who
Look
could
at
drill
that.
a hole in the actual... No.
What
There are ways.
Yes. So what do you want to do with this? Glue that somewhere.
Yeah, let's have a go at gluing that one.
Shall I?
Let's see if we can do
Shall
this
I
there.
glue the actual
Yes.
jar in a circle somewhere?
Down near the bottom there.
Something like that? More? Less?
That'll do for now. Let's go for that.
We don't have a previously made one that you take out of the oven like you see in these shows, or any sticky back plastic, which is unfortunate because those people that remember Blue Peter on the BBC will of course know that sticky back plastic was king.
It was.
And
Still is in some circles, apparently.
yes, I'm sure you can you still buy it?
Yeah.
It had a trade name, but they never mentioned what it was. But I think there are art shops, isn't it? I have to say, I'm quite impressed with the glue gun and how successful
I
that
love
is.
glue guns. They're awesome.
Although that one is only hanging by a thread.
Well,
but
I
shush,
know,
don't
but-
tell anybody.
It's the nature of it.
Oh, here we go.
If I try a different section.
Somewhere there?
There, yeah.
So just get more on it, really. I think this is what the stuff they stick the labels on with is some sort of glue gun. I was desperately trying to get the glue, once I'd taken the labels off, on the side, you know, you always get that little blitch of glue or whatever it is, and I couldn't, I melted it off in the end.
That bit's come off, but...
Anyway, you can see the principle. Presumably you could spray the jars with glitter or something, or stick some glue on there.
Decorate them as you will.
This is where we have no cuts whatsoever in these videos.
No.
And you just...
And it shows.
Yeah, it's not smooth. This is homemade, cack-handed. Yes, certainly. I notice you've only used my nice ones rather than your...
Yes, well, you know, were we really going to use these horrible things?
No, well, I don't know. They would add a bit of colour, wouldn't they? Are they supposed to be edible at the end?
Oh, no, you wouldn't want to eat them after you've been using them as decoration.
Right. So
eat or decorate.
Look at that. We're getting somewhere. You can see that. I mean, a ribbon round there as well would
would have been
great.
Be
quite nice.
Yeah.
So, shall we put a candle in?
Yes.
Now, this candle just so happens to be freely available, and not only that, it's got a lot of. I'm going to hand this to you so you can poke it in.
Okay. More in the middle there.
Oh. And of course, you could have actually put a bit of glue on from the glue gun.
You could have, yes, but.
And also doesn't help that it's lit. But the audience will get the idea. Yeah, you want some glue on it, don't you? Oh, no. And, of course, it doesn't matter that it sticks out the top at this stage, unless, of course, you've got something on the top. And if you need to put it out, I suppose you could just stick one of those to snuff it. So there we go. We'll hold that up. Look. That is our homemade amazing lantern.
This happens to be a bit seasonal.
Yes, it's great. And that sort of thing, you know, when the power cuts come on, you'll be very pleased to have those sort of things. Of course, there are all sorts of other sort of, homemade, not homemade, bought
This one's
things.
my favourite.
Ellie brought that in. That is from the
Dolphin
pub.
Inn. The Dolphin Inn.
Yes, in Littlehampton.
Beautiful.
And it's a lovely little coal.
It's an actual dolphin.
It's
in
an
case
actual
you didn't
dolphin.
Get that. Well, not an actual dolphin. A little. What is it? Iron.
Some sort of metal.
Chunky and hefty.
Yes, and it came off a Rolls Royce, in actual fact.
This is a very pretty one, isn't it?
Mm. They're genuine antique ones that were
made in England.
Made in England. I forget who gave them to me. Somebody very lovely gave them to me. You were a very lovely person. So Christmas is coming. Decorations. Now, as I said before, you can get the kids to be involved in that. What other decorations would you do at Christmas time? You have those paper chains, those old-fashioned lick 'em and hoop 'em. It's such a commercial period, isn't it? That it's so easy to just go to a pound shop or somewhere and buy stuff, but it's more fun doing, don't you think?
Absolutely, yeah. I think it gets more involved. I wish I'd done more of it as a child.
Do you involve your children?
I try to, but they're not terribly interested. Although
I mean,
the youngest might be more interested this year.
Yeah, throwing.
Being that he's into everything.
Yes.
Throwing
lit candles around.
Yeah, I won't be doing the candle thing with him.
No, but it is nice. It's nice to get the kids involved in all of that because it adds to the excitement that Christmas is coming, I suppose. I mean, Christmas is a time for children, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
If you live alone, would I bother with that? I would probably, if I lived on my own as a miserable old git on my own, I might stick a candle in the bottom and that would be it. It wouldn't be very interesting. But if I've got grandchildren coming over or I've got friends coming over and you want a bit of cheer, that's what you could do. I put on here lemons because presumably you could slice the lemons and do the same.
You could do the same with the lemon, yeah.
So that you have different colours because black is is a nice colour.
Yeah, do you want to try one? Yeah.
No, I don't. But the orange.
You should try one of those.
Now you put cinnamon on yours. Tell me why you did that.
I did that, Bob, because orange and cinnamon is quite a Christmassy thing, and I was aiming for a slight Christmassy theme, as you can tell.
Yes, maybe. But the cinnamon, would it show up?
No, but it's the aroma and the scent,
right?
With the warmth. Obviously, not getting too close, but
no, as it, yeah. So I guess, yeah, would that work?
Well, in theory, yeah.
In theory.
But I was just trying. But I did it in little stripes. So it kind of made a little... But it didn't matter because you wouldn't know now.
Yeah.
She's very trying. She tried.
Yeah.
Very trying.
I admire the experimentation. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Absolutely. But that's nice. I like that. It would be good if it was on, on a stand or something. I guess a pile of books would look nice. An old musty pile of books.
As long as it's not in a position where you might knock it.
Oh yes, that's of course. But anyway, there we go.
On top of the unlit wood burner in the front room. There's a place to put it, isn't there?
Yes. That's,
when you're not lighting
I mean, obviously, on shelves and things like that, where it's not going to... Yes, because you've got to bear in mind that the heat rises and you can get those sort of black circles if you put it on...
That's right.
Anything
too
above
close
it.
or anything too.
But that's nice. I like that.
Well, it was fun, that's for sure.
And we responded to the audience who said you could make some candle things. And whilst we've, cack-handedly done it, it's... I guess you could put coloured paper in there, gel, see-through paper. You know what I mean?
You could, yeah, but yeah.
What?
I was going to say, equally, you could use glass paint.
Oh, glass paint. Never heard of glass paint.
Oh yeah, no. That's what I was talking about with these. So if you use that with a tea light candle, the light would shine through all the colour.
Oh, okay. Anyway, the options are endless.
The options are quite
We have
varied.
no idea what we're talking about. Well, I don't. You're much more inventive, and of course there are these art shops. So you could get, you could make a little body of snow, couldn't you, out of papier-mâché or something to sit it in, and put sparkly stuff around. What do you call that sparkly stuff?
Glitter.
Glitter. You could get. I mean, the thing is, if you've got anything like that, send us a picture. Send it to richard@vobes.com, and in the next English couple, we'll show any of your things. If you've got those sort of creations and you think, oh blimey, yeah, we've done that, we'll show you how to do it. Send us an image.
I bet they're all far better than us at any of this stuff.
This is clunky stuff, isn't it? You're trying to do it like a television program. Nothing ever goes right. Unfortunately, we don't have an elephant that's about to urinate on the stage, as it famously happened in Blue Peter when they were trying to demonstrate. I think he did something rather, live animals. But we haven't got live animals, so we're all right. So I think that's it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what we will now do is make ourselves a nice pot of tea and recover.
Tea, sir?
Yes, please.
I think so.
No sugar. Until next time, thank you for watching our attempt at candles. We look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.